Why, hello, dear friends, dear internet. Welcome to Shakespeare's Coffee Break. It's me, a friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and I am on my coffee break. Yes, let's have a nice, noisy slurp to start things off here. Oh, my goodness gracious. Such a great good morning to you. I had a really good weekend. We celebrated Mother's Day 1 week early with my mother. The woman who bore me, because we're not going to get to see her next week because I'm going to be in rehearsals. My alter ego, directing the cast for Connecticut's Robin Hood Fair. So I'm very excited about that. So we had a wonderful day. Good morrow, Alex Stephen Arke. Good morning. With so much going on, so much to talk about, and we have the return of a special sequence. Good morning, Sally and Janine and Stephen. Hello. So much to talk about. Real quick, we please, before I forget to say it later, please support the show by supporting the sponsors. Friends of the Colorado Northwestern Field Museum, what will you discover this summer? And also the Renaissance Stream Guide, your TV guide of online Renaissance Festival entertainment. We're going to have, as I said, the return of a wonderful bit. Where in the world is Mayhemmer? We are going to find her because we are in May. And where the hell is she? Wait, are we all inside of May and not in a dirty way? That's interesting. That's some interesting stuff. But looks like we might be able to get a visual on her. Let's see where in the world Mayhemmer is right now. Oh, May, are you in a Home Depot?
No, I'm in Costco.
You're in Costco. Oh, right. Well, we answered the question, where in the world is May? That was fast and easy. All right, good stuff.
Yeah, it's only I would decide to do my podcast while I'm running errands. So
yeah, I've done it a couple of times, but it's weird. It's definitely weird. I've gotten bad.
You've gotten what?
I've gotten looks from my off-screen wife. She's like, "Why are you doing this?"
Oh no, like it's really funny when you're walking around and you're talking to yourself and holding your phone in front of your face. And people are probably like, what is this woman doing? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of my podcast show that I'm with.
Excuse me, I'm a YouTuber.
Look, I am determined and dedicated to my job. Okay.
So Alex Stephen Arke wants you to know, by the way, his hair is the same color as yours.
Oh yay!
I've seen it. It's glorious. Yay! It's absolutely glorious.
That makes me happy.
Yeah, it's some good times happening here.
Yes.
But oh goodness. So you're at Costco. You're doing the thing.
Wait, where is it? So you can. Yeah, I have to pick up juice for my son for school.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Hello. How are you? Let me get my card.
May is checking out of the Costco. We're gonna come in and zoom in and see what she's doing.
$1,000. My kid better be glad I like him then, right? Come on, tap for me. There we go. Thank you so much. You too. Have a good one. That's why I love the tap card. I just got to tap it to it and keep on rolling.
I love that. Yeah. I not so much the tap card, but the Apple Pay feature.
Oh, yeah.
Apple is not a sponsor of this show. I have it.
No.
I have it on my watch, and so it's just ding. I love that. I love it when that happens.
I would use it on my phone, but you're on my phone, so.
All right. Oh, yep. There we go. All right. Cool. I get it. So I'm getting blamed here. I understand.
Oh, you're getting blamed?
I'm getting blamed because you're like, I would do Apple Pay, but Shakespeare, you're on my phone right now instead. Oh, no.
Shakespeare, you're holding up my Apple Pay.
I know. I'm terrible.
You?
I am the worst. I'm the literal worst. All right.
Hello.
So it looks like you. Are you now leaving the Costco?
Thank you. Yes, I just let them check my receipt, and now I'm heading back to my car.
This Costco has more security procedures than like
the White House.
than I was going to say most military installations. But all
Oh,
right,
you
sure.
mean like the Capitol? It
Yeah.
it probably has more security than the Capitol did.
You know what? If only there were some Costco employees checking all of those protesters' receipts.
They probably wouldn't have gotten past them with these Costco people. I'm just
It's
saying.
like I need to see your receipt, sir. Like the guy with the Viking helmet. It's like I need to see your receipt.
Oh my god!
It's like I gotta go back to my car. I'm so sorry.
I left it in my other Viking helmet.
All right.
All right. So now, let's see what I'm going to load up my car.
Mm-hmm.
In my trunk. Oh, that requires car keys, huh?
Yeah, usually. Not always. But usually.
Always. But today,
sometimes just
to throw this in my trunk.
Sometimes just a key fob.
Yeah, my car's not that fancy. My mother-in-law's car is.
Mine is not that fancy.
Like you just have to have it on your person, and it does everything.
Yeah. My friend Josh has that, and I hate him.
I know, right? Every time I drive her car, I'm like, oh my god, it's so bougie.
I was dropping. Josh. I was borrowing his car for the day. I was dropping him off at his place of employment, and then he's like, "All right, yo, you know how to do this?" I'm like, yep, "Sure." And he's like, "You hit that button, great, and you go, yay!" So I'm driving, and the car starts to yell at me. And it's like, you are too far away from your key fob. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
And I called Josh up. I said, you didn't give me your key fob. He said, yes, I did. I go, in that case, why is your car yelling at me? He's like, he goes, I don't know. And then he says, oh, it's in my pocket. So
yeah, I love that because like I put it in my purse and then like I walked away and it just stops. The car just shuts off.
Yeah, it did not thankfully shut up. He says, don't stop the car. Don't stop. Like, don't get out. Don't get out of the car because then you won't start it, and then we are screwed. Yeah. So, So it is. It's a neat feature, but don't loan your car to your friend. Oh no, because then your friend will be stuck and like. All right. So, May, what did you do this weekend?
I went looking at more houses because I'm a masochist, and
No, you're a potential homeowner. That's what you are.
I know, but it's so annoying when this is going to be our 6th offer we've put in. But apparently, that's like the average, right? Yeah. And then I worked on my Duchess of Wakanda cosplay because it's almost done.
I'm excited to see that.
And that's really it. Oh, I cleaned my house.
I am so excited to see this. This is going to be exciting.
I'm going to be obnoxious all Saturday and telling people you cannot have my vibranium unless you pay me tribute.
That almost also sounds dirty. You cannot have my vibranium. Did you say you cannot have my vibranium?
Vibranium.
Get your head out of the gutter, you dirty person.
Get your head out of the garbage, sir.
Or madam.
Or madam or non-binary people.
There we go. Dan Wenzel says, May, masochist and potential homeowner are not mutually exclusive terms.
In this market, it is.
Oh no. Where are you now? Where? So you're where?
I am going to pick up coffee from my overpriced coffee machine that my husband decided to buy 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
So I'm at Starbucks. Picking up coffee beans. My husband thought it was wise to buy a $600 coffee machine.
Oh my! What is it? An espresso machine? Like what is it?
It does everything, including frothing your milk.
Goodness.
Are you open when I get home?
Is your husband planning on opening your own coffee shop?
I have no idea, but I told him for $600, it better come with its own barista. Because that's a lot.
Fun fact, I was a barista for many years.
Okay, then you can come and use my coffee machine and make coffee at my house. Because
Maybe.
it's over complicated.
Fun fact, here's how I prefer to do my coffee in a French press. I like doing it this way. I think it tastes the best possible way if you do it properly with this, and not just put the coffee into it, but also,
Thank you.
prepare the bean in the proper way for it. So that's how I prefer.
Buy this. Oh, yeah, do it. Hold on.
Alex Stephen Arke says it's only a 1 month subscription to Barista Plus.
Oh no, I got it. Thank you so much, though.
Alec, is that a joke? Is that a joke, Alec, of 1 month subscription to Barista Plus? Like, what is Barista Plus? Is that a Starbucks thing? Or are you saying that May needs to pay me a month subscription fee to come into her home and make her coffee? I think that would be interesting. I want to know. I mean, so it is a real subscription service, he's saying, or is it a real joke, Alec? You're gonna need to be more specific here, because, mate, serious to God, I mean, like, I'm genuinely wondering. I mean, like, May, would you be interested in a subscription plus? I mean, in a Barista Plus subscription service?
I mean, what comes with that? What comes with that?
Well, Alec is being incredibly thin on details. So I'm assuming you hire a green aproned individual, such as myself, to come in and start preparing you fantastic and delicious coffee-based beverages. I can only assume that's what's involved.
I mean, I don't know about all that, because, like, I'm like, But and it's so funny. The story behind this coffee thing is because we have a oh my God, move your busted Tesla out of my way. We have
a busted Tesla. That sounds like a contradiction.
Well, maybe if it wasn't going 2 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone, then maybe I wouldn't call it busted. Anyway, so
May has road rage.
I learned how to drive in Texas, so yes.
Oh yeah, that would explain that.
Yeah. No,
so you grew up in Texas. You grew up in Texas. I'm sorry. You grew up in Louisiana. You learned to drive in Texas.
Yes.
There's so much happening here. We need to unpack a lot at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be one of the final episodes.
That'll be one of my. Why is May such a hot mess? Okay, so long story short, we had one of those Verissimos or whatever. It's the Starbucks version of a Keurig, right? And they come with their own special pods and all that fun stuff. And y'all really want me to play GTA in this parking lot? I will totally. Anyway, so I was like, cool. So, but the thing is, Starbucks stopped making those pods for their special coffee thing, and it doesn't fit anything but those Starbucks brand pods.
Yep,
so my husband's rationale was, well, we're just gonna get a new coffee machine. And I was like, I understand the ease of first world problems because we have an old school percolator, right? So we know how to do it. We have a French press, whatever. But now with us being on the go all the time and the kids, we don't have the time to percolate and all that stuff or whatever. So he says, oh, I'm gonna get this, I think it's like a Panasonic or whatever the heck the brand is. I can't remember. Coffee machine. So I was like, it's not that serious. He goes, it makes cappuccinos. I was like, this sounds even more over the top. So I just let it go, and then it shows up in the mail. And then my mother-in-law is laughing the whole time. And so finally, she pulls me aside, and she goes, did your husband tell you how much that coffee machine cost? And I was like, no. It's just a coffee machine. And she goes, go ask him. So I walked into the bedroom. I was like, Aaron, how much did that coffee machine cost? And he goes, why? That's when I knew. That's when I knew he did something I would have been mad about. And I was like, Aaron, answer the question. How much did you buy that coffee machine for? He was like, well, it was on sale. And I was like, you're still not answering my question. Well, I got it from Best Buy on the Best Buy card with 18 months, no interest. I was like, now I'm even more concerned. How much is this coffee machine? Well, it was on sale for $600. I almost threw my shoe at him.
Oh no! Oh,
I was
oh
like,
no!
what do you mean $600? Does it make me piss gold? Does it come with a Starbucks? Does it grow the coffee beans that go into the backside of it?
Well,
Does it come with my own little coffee aficionado that plucks the beans from the stalks and then cleans them and then puts them in the machine for me and then makes me a perfect latte macchiato for $600?
well, you know what? You really do need, for those prices, a 1 month subscription to Barista Plus. All right, and
Free.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, complimentary. That needs to happen in there. Barista Plus is, by the way, a new joint venture between Starbucks, Disney, and Shakespeare, your friendly neighborhood me, together. We're gonna just put me out. I'm gonna be a little Englishman in your kitchenette, and I will prep you up a drink, and then I'm gonna go over to the next house. And this is worth it. Not because you are paying me a lot of money, because you're not. No, because I have volume, and I'm going to go to every house in America and do this.
I mean, look, for those prices, I told my husband he better build a little corner door like bar thing that I can walk up to and order the coffee from for how much we paid for this thing.
Oh,
And like,
seriously, you should. And then like I'm just gonna pop up behind the counter one day. He's gonna freak out. You're not gonna be that surprised because you're like, I've come to expect random crap from him, and so you're like, oh,
I'll be like, Aaron, do you like our subscription to Barista Plus?
Be like, oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, hi. He's like, why is this Englishman dressed like a Renaissance Target guy? And I'm like, you know what? Why are we being judgy? Why are we being judgy, Aaron?
Oh my gosh. I love my husband. It's just he knows some stuff. He's so I love him, but he's so bougie sometimes.
Well, that's the French revolutionaries would put him up against.
I mean, for real though, he would have been on the guillotine, I'm sure.
It's like, hey, Aaron. It's like, oh, Aaron, you support our cause? Absolutely. By the way, just got this overly ridiculous espresso. It's like, Aaron, get up there. Get up on the guillotine now.
Just
get up on the guillotine now.
Just get on there.
It's like, no, guys, I'll make it. No, comrades, mon ami, I will make it for everybody. And they're like, you know what?
No.
You got to make it. Do you know how to use this? Do you know how to use this machine yet, Aaron? No.
He did.
Get up on the block, Aaron. Get up on the block.
He did. I had no idea. I'm just staring at this spaceship on our counter, going. I just want to insert pod and hit go. Like this is too many options. But anyway, so how was your weekend? What was new with you? What's going on?
Well, we celebrated Mother's Day a week early because my alter ego is going to be directing the cast for the Connecticut Robin Hood Fair, which starts in 3 weeks. So we're doing 2 weekends of rehearsals, and then they're off to the races. And so basically, as soon as they're done with rehearsals, I get in my car and go down to Texas for the final 2 weekends of the Scarborough Renaissance Festival. And then I do come back up and do the final weekend of the New Jersey Renaissance Fair.
I was going to ask, so like how much driving you really think you're going to be doing over the next month and a half?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
Month and a half, probably about somewhere between 3,000 miles is already happening. Probably about 6,000 miles.
Oh, okay.
Over the next month and a half.
I take it that off-screen life is going with you as well?
Most of the time.
Okay.
Most of the time. Yeah.
That's a lot of driving, and I'm over here complaining about the 8 hours I gotta do to get to New Jersey.
Oh, well, see, that's no joke though, because 8 hours is a long drive day.
Yeah.
It's a very long drive day. And so basically be prepared for 10 to 12 when all is actually said and done, because you're going to pause for bathroom breaks, coffee breaks, gas breaks, eating, stretching, etc. Unless you are just one of those insane people that's like, I'm only going to gas up when, like, oh, I'm getting low. There's a gas station. Boom, do it, and then back in the car and go.
Yeah, that's kind of me. Like, I just fill up my gas tank, and my car gets like 40 miles per gallon on the highway anyway.
Very
So
nice.
when I get to a certain point, I just kind of stop, use the bathroom, then have snacks, and then get back on the road.
So it might only take 9 to 10 hours for you, depending on traffic.
And I might leave a day early so I could stop in DC to pick up Map a day early. So I'll just sleep over, and then maybe I'll condemn to drive the other 3 hours because I'm a brat.
Yeah. Steven has driven from Orlando to New Jersey nonstop. Done that. I've done that 4 times now, but not New Jersey, upstate New York. Yeah. So.
Aaron and I, because my husband, my off-screen husband, he's from Massachusetts. So when we got engaged, we drove from New Orleans to Boston nonstop.
That's a drive and a half.
I mean,
right
we
there,
stopped and got gas, of course, but we didn't do an extended stop. So I was just like, bro.
Yeah.
That's when I discovered I get car sick in Virginia.
Oh, fun.
Because we don't have hills where I'm from.
Oh goodness, yeah. Nope, you just have straight. We did 4 times now, down from upstate New York down to Florida and back. And in both times, the down trip, we were able to break up because we started in Pennsylvania instead of upstate New York, which already buys you a few hours. Yeah. And then do a big, like, a one go chunk. But on the way back, in both cases, it was Orlando, don't stop until we get to our house in upstate. And so that is an all day thing if you want to do it.
Yeah.
And and it's totally 100% doable. It's just
exhausting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's exhausting. But we can but you can absolutely do it. Now, what we're doing for Texas is we leave Tuesday night after she's done with work. Probably going to drive down to my mom and dad's in the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area. Nice. Overnight it. Just get up early and have dinner, or just like, hey, we're sleeping here. Hi, bye, good night.
Yeah.
And then drive. And then just go as far as we can go. Wednesday, as far as we can go on Thursday, possibly, and then finish it all Friday. And we can, and so, and then the way back, we'll start driving early Tuesday morning, because we do the show on Memorial Day as well. So.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So, first thing that Tuesday morning, sun's up, we're up, go. And she will likely be going not to New Jersey Renaissance Fair, but take her home so she can hang out with the cat.
Yeah.
And then I will then turn around and go back the 4.5-5 hours back down to the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. But May, take over, talk to the people for a minute. I'm going to run to the loo. So.
All right. Unfortunately, guys, I cannot read any comments if you're talking to me because I am focused on the road. But I'm super.
Just keep talking.
I'm gonna talk. But no, I'm super excited for the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. I haven't been to a Ren fair since I moved to North Carolina, and obviously COVID ruined all my plans for 2020 last year. So I'm really stoked. I finished my Duchess this week. And then I may, if I get the gumption and the time from my part-time job, which is turned into a full-time job, to work on another historical themed costume that I had cut out and started. But I might finish it and use it for my Hypatia outfit because she is a noble, and I figure it would work well for Hypatia on that Sunday to run around drinking her sorrows away about how her friend did her dirty. But I'm super excited, and hopefully, I know a lot of you guys that watch the show also do watch Nat 21. like Sally and her crew, and I can't wait to meet you guys. I'm super, super stoked. And maybe I will start working my way into the fair circuit one day.
Ooh.
We'll see. I don't know. But you know, we'll see, because you know, I'm gonna announce it here first, you guys. Burlesque has been grand, but I'm only gonna do nerdy burlesque stuff from now. From now on. That's been a way I've been going, and that way I'm gonna stick to the con circuit and themed nerdy shows.
I love it. 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 Cat
So-
Swanks. Cat Swank is saying she is so sad she's going to miss the Jersey meetup. Hashtag stupid work. Oh, Cat, I'm so sorry.
Aww.
You can't. It's still a month away. You can't shift it at all. You can't like set the place on fire. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
just tell them it's a religious holiday for you.
Tell them it is a religious holiday. You are celebrating Nerdvana.
There you go. Yes.
There you go.
That needs to be a real thing. Nerdvana needs to be a real
Nerdvana, yeah.
Needs to be a real holiday.
Well, tomorrow is a nerd holiday, May.
I know. I'm so excited to share my Lando Calrissian picture that I do every year.
Oh, do you draw on a mustache?
I have a whole Lando cosplay where I have like a whole mustache on and everything. It's a it's a burlesque number too, where I do to Marvin Gaye. I did to Marvin Gaye as Lando.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And it's Billy D. Lando, the OG Lando.
See, here's the thing. Donald Glover as Lando?
I'm here for it.
I'm here for that. I want a Lando Disney Plus show narrated. I don't want it to be serialized. Like maybe he comes into the Mandalorian a little bit, maybe he doesn't. Like whatever. But I want there to be a Donald Glover and Billy D Lando show on Disney Plus. Here's what I want. I want it to be similar to the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, where old man Indiana Jones is narrating, hey, there's this time I did this thing. And then you have young Indiana Jones off doing Sean Everett Scott or whoever it was. It wasn't him, but it was somebody. Sean Patrick, whatever. And then he's off doing a thing. And then you come back and old Indy is like at a coffee shop. It's like, oh, that's cute. Do the same thing. That. Old Lando at Space Coffee Shop in a long time ago in a galaxy far away, and or just drinking heavily. And then young Lando is off doing adventures, but old Lando is like, hey. And at the end of every episode, he's like being romantic with somebody, be it a young lady who's human, be it a man, be it an alien, somebody, be it a robot. Have him,
android,
the robot,
like some droid. Yeah,
he's in love with a droid. He is putting the moves on K2SO, who died gloriously in Rogue One. Somehow it's back. Don't question it too deeply. Just be like, you know what? I'm here for this relationship.
I would do it. I would pay for Disney Plus for that. I would subscribe to Disney Plus for a Lando show. Now,
but yes, also it's not serialized. It's episodic. So this episode is pre-Star Wars. This episode is post-Star Wars. This episode, he somehow goes and meets Indiana Jones. I mean, like, I don't care. It's just like, I want this, and just, hey, it works every time. Oh, right? I just want all of the Billy D action we can get while we have him, and I want young Lando. Also, by the way, I am amazed. The comments have nothing to do with what we're talking about at all. They're just having their own conversation.
That's fine.
It's amazing. Kat is going to be working at Flavor Fest at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fairgrounds while we're doing our Jersey meetup. All right.
Boo.
And then,
that's fair.
So it's vaguely related, but then Stephen says, may the 4th be with you and revenge of the 5th. Kat says they give her every weekend. Oh, her job gives her every weekend off for PA Renfest season, so she can't really complain.
Yeah. That's fair.
12 weekends.
That's fair. That's fair.
12 weekends off. Dan Wenzel says the show could be called How I Met Your Mandalorian.
Oh my God! Yes.
Alex Stephen
Yes.
Arke is he's on the PA board, is looking for a Ren fair. As Kat Swank says, Pittsburgh's fair is planning on opening this year. Alec, totally go to that one. And she also suggests Great Lakes Fair, so go look for that. And Dan once asks, is Londo the Captain Jack of the Star Wars universe? Yes, obviously.
Yes.
But he's better. He's better
Way
than Captain
better.
Jack. He's way better because
Lando.
he's smooth, and everybody's like, hey, like people don't look at Lando and go, that guy's weird. No, Captain Jack, they're like, that guy's weird, and he's fun. But Lando, they're like, I want to know this guy. And
I'm just gonna say they started it when they did that Solo movie, which is what I actually just called the Lando movie because that's what it should have been.
It's what should have been.
I was like, that's nice, Han Solo. Okay, moving on. Oh, Lando's here. Now I'm paying attention again.
Yeah, I mean that's what it should have been. So there is that. But so we spent this weekend with my mother doing Mother's Day a weekend early. We went outlet shopping. My wife was amazingly able to find shoes, which never works for her because she has wider sizes, and it's just like it's a whole thing. But she found shoes that fit, and that was like, oh my gosh, she found 4 pairs of shoes that fit her and work.
Nice.
It's like she found some running shoes, some hiking shoes. Yeah, some very cute sandals. I mean, and whatever the other one was. I got a pair of like nice slip-on summertime dress shoes. It's a loafer, but it looks almost like a boat shoe, and I'm like, this is nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the Clarks, they're very comfy. And then
I love Clarks.
Yeah, and then I was trying to find a straw-brimmed hat for the summer, like a Panama Jack hat, but apparently, following the rules of retail, if it's not in at one store, it's not in at any store. It's like, no, that's not in this year. No one wants that. So I'm gonna have to like find a Panama Jack hat. So I know. It's just annoying. Just annoying, you know?
Yeah. Well, next weekend, my friend that I told you about that does Shakespeare is in a play on they opened last weekend, I want to say. They're doing Much Ado About Nothing.
Very nice.
For their community theater. It's called Sweet Tea Shakespeare down in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
That's a cute name.
And it's super cute. But they've been doing, they were doing virtual, but now that things have gotten better, they've been doing a lot of outdoor stuff at this local church grounds. So they've been letting them use this whole outdoor area. So we get to go sit on the grass on a blanket with snacks.
It's Shakespeare in the park.
Yes, it's gonna be great. So we're like, because we haven't had real date night, save for when we went out for our anniversary dinner a few weeks ago. But like I don't know, like I'm excited to actually like go sit outside.
Yeah.
And with the new mandates, as long as we're distanced, we don't have to wear a mask if we're fully vaccinated. So I can just like enjoy the evening air.
So for that, do you need to carry a vaccination card as proof of?
I don't know, but mine stays in my wallet in case somebody gets reckless. So I just keep mine on me.
Tonight afterward, we're going out and like I'm looking for like a wallety thing that can fit my vaccination card without having to fold it up and get it all jacked up.
That's what mine. I have a giant wallet, so it just fits perfectly in one of the things. It's the same thickness as the thing, but so like I know for I was very wary about going back to conventions and working and judging costuming stuff, but the one that I'm going to be going to, vaccination is required, so you have to have your card, or you have to go take because they have a site set up. They're getting a site set up where you can do the rapid COVID testing, and you have to have a negative test before you're even allowed in the convention center. And
very nice.
They doubled the size that they normally get and halving the amount of people that are allowed through the whole weekend.
Oh, that's a brilliant double fix.
Yeah, so they're not, and it's not even like the whole like per day. Like they're only selling so many things for the whole weekend, and then they doubled their square footage to 6,500 square feet, and then only allowing like 1,900 people for the whole weekend or something like that.
Okay.
So people are buying tickets and they may not be there, but all 3 days they may only be there. You know what I'm saying? So like it's gonna be ridiculously spaced out. and mask are required, and you know what I'm saying. So like,
well,
okay.
for an indoor event, you absolutely have to still keep those masks on.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, but I just love how they, they're actually like, sorry, vaccination is required, or you have to go take a rapid test. And they spent the money and increased the size of their the space that they usually rent for the convention center. So I was like, that's brilliant.
I was fortunate enough. I went nowhere, so I was fortunate enough, I suppose, to not have to take any test, like with the swab going up your nose. So I feel
it's terrible.
I know. I feel like one of two things would happen, possibly both. One, I would just vomit.
Yeah.
Or two, my brain would get punctured, and like I can't deal with that. I can't deal with either of those things.
The only reason I had to get one, I just had a terrible allergy day, but I had a slight fever from because sometimes when I have bad allergies, I'll get like a slight sinus infection, which gives me a low-grade fever. Well, I told you where my husband works. They don't care. He couldn't go back to work until I got a COVID test. So I had to do this COVID test and prove to them I didn't have COVID. And I swear to God, I was like, so when is the next step of the mummification process that y'all done up here my brains?
Don't take my brain out. I need that for thinking.
I'm like, if you're gonna start this, do the whole process and just end me right now, because it was terrible.
I would like to pick out before you continue the vessels that will contain my heart and my liver. Thank you.
I'm just gonna say that I want pastel colored canopic jars. I don't want that
pastels
crap. I want them all pastel.
Pastels are going to be pastels are very in right now in the afterlife. Yeah,
yes,
that's a good choice.
Sure
that's
Anubis,
a very good choice.
I'm sure Anubis would appreciate my aesthetic.
Like that robin egg blue. Yeah.
Yes, and some pastel pinks. And I want that nice ethereal green that's almost the same shade as set. So like, I just want to be able to just like, bring that ambiance. Like when Lil Nas X rode that pole down into hell. Like that's the type of energy I want to bring.
All right. So, since there's so much ridiculousness over Old Town Road and Lil Nas X, should we, before everything is said and done, do our own remake? Because it's the thing of Old Town Road. But cross it with going into the afterlife, so pull down to the hell. So it'd be like, all right, you like the imagery could be going to the afterlife, but it's Old Town Road.
Yes. I'm here for it. I just need to
I have to say,
I'm just gonna say I have to make sure I get a aesthetically pleasing heart to put on that scale. And I want the most extra looking feather that I can find. I mean, I know my heart's gonna weigh more than that feather. It's fine. I've come to terms with it. But
no. According to American Gods, it's a really heavy feather.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So, question for you from Cat Swank. What con is it that you're doing that the having the crowd size and doubling the capacity?
Queen City Anime Convention in Charlotte, North Carolina.
So Queen City Anime Convention in Charlotte, North Carolina, because she says that feels like that could be the model for how everyone does it for a while.
Yes, and like they are taking it very serious. I know a lot of people that work for that convention. I don't know. I usually go to Dragon Con every year too. But I don't have any word on that either yet, but I know they're trying to figure out the best steps. But Queen City's already put it out on their website, on their social media, that that's what they're doing, and there is no compromise, which makes me feel 100 times safer. Because I was wary, like even though I'm vaccinated, and I still wear my mask. Like now that I know I can go walking, without a mask, when I go walking. But, at a convention, I'm still going to have a mask on. Just like in New Jersey, I don't care if it is outside. I'm still going to have a mask on because that's what's required. And I feel better having a mask on,
Yeah, and also you don't want to be...
for conventions.
You don't want to be the event that becomes a super spreader. So that's basically it. Now,
yeah, exactly. So I think the measures that they're taking,
yeah. So that's a really good segue. All of this is a really good segue into coming up what's next for us, because everyone, we are in the final 6 episodes for the month of May. But also, I mean, so the first 6 episodes of the month of May are also the final 6 episodes of the month of May for Shakespeare's Coffee Break. And here's the thing. Starting after next week, this show is effectively going on summer vacation. There might be random little bits that happen, but just due to several factors. One, live in-person performance is, not just kicking off, but gearing up and really hitting the races. 2, my wife's job has summer vacation, and I like to spend it more with her. So not just, I do the show and then we go off and do whatever for the day. It's going to be more of pre-recorded stuff, and going back to what the show originally was envisioned to be, a coffee break. So 15 minutes long. So whoever the guest is, if it's a show with a guest, things are going to be quick. You're not going to really get to know them. You're just going to get a little taste. We're going to have a fun, quick, silly conversation. And a lot of it is going to, if not most, or all, is going to be pre-recorded. Now, that being said, Thursdays may or may not change. Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare in 3, so this week and next week, both still going to happen. So 4 more episodes for that. So 9 a.m. on twitch.tv/nut21adventures, and then 10:35 here on my channel. But then the following week, the week of driving to Texas, no Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. The week after that, when I'm in Texas, maybe Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. And then finally, Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare is going to be the only one that is a continual show. Happy Hour is going to go away for the most of the summer. It might come in periodically, but then, and that's a show we might also do live at some Renaissance fairs. But then, and then air it the following week. But then also, Coffee Break, in terms of having guests, might be merging. I'm working out the details right now, like figuring things out, with Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare, of having guests on Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare to talk about writing as we write a sonnet together. So it's going to be fun. And then Fridays periodically might be just a backstage show of me getting ready and just talking to you, answering some questions while I pack up for that weekend. So a lot of summer vacation coming up. But still going to be continuing having an online presence. And then, of course, see me at live Renaissance Festival events near you, hopefully. Or you, like Mayhemmer, drive 8 hours away to go see one.
Yep.
Sally is asking real quick, am I going to be bringing back a cooking show at some point? I have no idea. Maybe. It might just simply become Shakespeare's doing something. Shakespeare's going to do something this week. Don't know what it is yet. You're just going to have to tune in and watch. That would be fun, though.
Hashtag yellow.
Yeah, hashtag yellow. But a lot of the Coffee Break pre-recorded segments are going to be held, I think, in reserve until Labor Day. And just start, like, it's like, oh, we're back from summer vacation. Here's a show, here's a show, here's a show, here's a show. Yeah. Just have them all queued up and be shorter things. Kathy says that would work. Shorter breaks are good. You can do a sonnet day once or twice a month. Be special events to look forward to. Yeah, that's an idea. It might become every other week. But Sally says, we'll miss the casts, like live casts, stream casting, but ecstatic for the performances. Yeah, me too. It's like, because I've been doing this for nearly 14 months now.
Yes.
And
it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, and so it's taking a moment to reassess see how I want things to go, and also to work on some other projects. Working with some wonderful other people on shows that are pre-recorded entirely. Like here's different types of art that we're working on. So it's just very, very exciting. May, it looks like you are somewhere. Where in the world is May Hammer? You're at home? You're at home. Oh my God, May's home. Hooray! We did it, everyone. We did it. Mission accomplished.
Before all the rain hit.
Yeah, huzzah! So tomorrow it's Star Wars Day, friends. May the 4th. I'm gonna be wearing some Star Wars clothes. May, are you gonna wear some Star Wars clothes tomorrow? Oh no, you work tomorrow.
I will wear my Star Wars stuff at work.
All right, cool. Do that.
I have plenty of shirts.
Excellent. Do it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna dress as a Jedi. I have my Jedi tunic and my robe. I'll throw all that on. Yeah.
I could be Emperor Petty Palpatine with
Emperor Petty Palpatine.
Yes.
What do you mean Petty
So it started out as a joke about how petty Palpatine is, because he's just like slowly just like, yeah, go ahead and do it. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, why not? Kill these kids. It's fine. Hey, why not do this?
That's fantastic. Oh goodness. Well, we are approaching the end of the show. Our allotted time. So real quick, friends, I'm just gonna ask you to support the show by supporting our sponsors. So of course we have the Friends of the Colorado Northwestern Field Museum. They are taking their applications right now for summer dinosaur digs for 2021, and make sure that you check them out. The link is up on your screen right now, because while many people only dream of taking part in a dinosaur excavation through Colorado Northwestern Community College, that dream can become a reality. Located in the heart of dinosaur country, CNCC offers you the chance to work alongside professional paleontologists to uncover fossils that have been buried for over 74 million years. During a 2-week session, you'll learn about paleontology by digging, brushing, and uncovering a unique fossilized specimen. There's no experience required to take advantage of this amazing opportunity, only a passion for experiencing fossils up close and personal. Participants also have the option to earn college credit during this 2-week session. Email Liz Johnson at elizabeth.johnson@cncc.edu or call 970-824-1119 for more information. What will you discover this summer? Today's show is also brought to you by the Renaissance Stream Guide, your TV guide of online Renaissance Festival entertainment. With over 70 live stream events on the calendar every week, including play readings, live music, comedy, belly dance, yoga, fitness classes, art streams, demonstrations. There's an accessible Google Calendar and a daily schedule post. It's an easy way for you to discover someone new and find out what your favorite Renaissance Festival performers are up to. Like and subscribe at facebook.com/Renaissance Stream Guide. And I would say, hey, if you want to become a sponsor of the show, email me at shakespeareapproves.com. However, because the show is going into a bit of a hiatus, not going to do that. So what I will say is email Shakespeare at shakespeareapproves.com if you want to have your name on my banner at a Renaissance Fair. If you want to be a sponsor for that, we're going to figure out pricings for that. And I'll say, hey, Macbeth Death by Fluffy Kittens brought to you by May Hammer, who's randomly running around as your nerdy cosplayer. And then May will give me money. And then May gives me money, and I go off and do that. So it's going to be a great and good time. Speaking of Star Wars Day, Kathy Evans has a Zoom training tomorrow, so she plans on dressing up and having a lightsaber handy, probably to destroy that computer, because that makes sense. All right, Kat Swank, first day of working on the Shire tomorrow and Wednesday, so she's going to find Star Wars stuff that already has paint on it. Very nice, very nice. Also, just wear a robe, wear a cloak, have a lightsaber or a blaster. Never hurts. Try working using the Force. I was using the Force yesterday to open doors.
Dun dun dun.
It was like, whoosh, And then I was also using the Star Trek, whoosh, whoosh, whatever. So I would flick my fingers to open it. They would whoosh aside. So I was crossing the streams a little bit, but it was a good time. Goodness gracious. May, anything further you want to chat about this morning?
Can I talk about that thing that I'm in with you?
Yes! Oh my God, yeah. We're going to be putting that ticket link up live later, but take the floor, May.
I'm going to be doing my first plaything in 4,000 years. I got casted to play a character that actually speaks volumes to me. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. And whenever the link goes live, just follow my Facebook and Instagram and website shenanigans that I'm updating as we speak about what virtual play I'm gonna be in.
Yeah. So I can say that the show is called U2. The performance date is actually going to be in about 2 weeks. So I mean, it's a very fast turnaround. It's going to be May 14th or 15th. And it is a play that deals with some heavy issues, everything from racism and sexual and domestic violence, all of it intertwining. So it is very heavy. It is not likely going to be on Facebook. It is going to be on YouTube. So because although maybe we put it on Facebook through a special event as well. So figuring that out. It's going to be funded in 2 ways. It's going to be funded to pay the actors through an Indiegogo campaign, and then ticket sales. All of the ticket sales are going to be benefiting Women Against Violence. Is the group that our director, Christina Coya from Chaste Treasure, you know her, you know and love her. She's directing this. This was written by one of my very best friends in the entire universe, Barrett Rhodes. He wanted to stop trying to say something about everything that was happening with Me Too movement and how we can properly serve as allies to it. A lot of people that you know from the Renaissance Festival community are in this. A lot of professional actors that you know are in this. And some people you don't know in this as well, including our very own Alex Stephen Arke, who tunes in and watches the show. He and May were the same hair color. So look for that in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be figuring out the logistics exactly where it streams and everything. I think in order to hit the biggest audience, just put it right here on these channels because I have a little bit of a reach. But in the meantime, everyone, I want you to go and give May Hammer some love. Go give her some love. Buy her a cup of coffee at coffee.com/themayhammer. That's ko-fi.com/themayhammer. Also, if you want to just PayPal her some money, you can go to may.hammer@gmail.com for PayPal, Cash App, $themayhammer, and Venmo @themayhammer. And if you want to support the show in general, support me, you can by buying me a cup of coffee at coffee.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. Or become a Patreon of the Arts at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tiers start at $3, go all the way up to $30. And I'm still keeping all of the tiers getting the exact same rewards because money is still very tight for so many of us. I really appreciate everyone's support. You get all sorts of fun, crazy stuff. You get digital editions of my comic book, Julius Caesar, Beware the Eyes of the March of the Penguins, my album, Are You There, God? It's Me, Shakespeare. You get scripts that I've written for the social distancing players. You are going to be getting more and more sonnets that I write, and also handwritten versions of the ones that we do on Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. So a lot of perks to do. We're figuring out meetups to have in person. It's going to be so much fun. We're building a wonderful community over there, over 50 of you, and it's amazing. And right now you are paying my car payments. So thank you for that. So all of that being said, thank you so very much for allowing us to be part of your day. As this show wraps up and starts to wind down, at least for the summer, and I would love to bring it back in a clippy version come end of the summer. I just want to thank all of you for being here with us on this journey. There are 5 more episodes after this, at least one of them with a guest, but we're having a great time, a good time, and it has been my estimable pleasure. I'm getting a lot of this out right now. It's been my gigantic pleasure to have this brilliant woman with me for so many months of it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. It's been a lot of fun, and I was just like flabbergasted to actually share and do this shenanigans with you.
It was basically, I wanted not just cis white hetero English guy who's translucent, you can see through me. You can see all my internal organs on a good day when the sun hits me just right. Maybe that's a bad day. I don't know. I need some melanin. I need some melanin in me. But
yes.
Yeah. I want to not just my perspective, but that of a woman, and I found an amazing partner for the show in you, and you're brilliant. And then on days where you couldn't be here, I've often been able to have Gwendolyn, and she's a ridiculous bundle of Jack Russell Terriers who are all drunk off their asses, and that's amazing. and it's been such a wonderful joy to be able to do this, and we're coming up to not the end, I want to say, but an end, because everything has its end. Star Trek The Next Generation had an end, and then they went and made 2 really good movies.
I mean, just think of it. When you're closing a chapter of a book and starting a new one.
Yeah. I mean, actually, they made 1 really good movie. They made 4 movies. They made 1. One of them was really good.
You're like, I'll give them that.
Another one of them. 2 others would have been decent episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Like the very first movie, Star Trek Generations, that would have been a decent episode. That would have been that would have been a very good series finale. And then you take the series finale, All Good Things. That would have been an amazing movie. It's like, oh, let's do that. But Rick Berman, he made interesting choices in the 90s. Rick Berman, I'm looking at. I know you're watching the show. Rick Berman. We need to have a talk. Are you okay, buddy? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
But yeah, everything comes to an end, and this is the end of this iteration of the show, and that's okay. And you all watching have made my life better. You've helped keep me sane and from gaining too much weight. I've gained a bit, but too much weight over the span of this COVID period. And now that we're getting back out into the world, some aspects of this are going to remain. It's just not going to be every day, because I frankly don't want to work 7 days a week.
Right.
At the very least, if you see me every day between Renaissance fairs and then online, a lot of it is going to be pre-recorded, including me at a Renaissance fair. That's not going to be me. That is going to be a highly developed, very expensive hologram performing. It's going to be like Princess Leia in Rogue One. It's like, wow, that was expensive.
I need one of those.
Yeah, it's going to be exactly like that. Yeah. But so thank you all for being here, and I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate Mayhammer. I appreciate this amazing, brilliantly hued haired figure. I mean,
Thank
you. We had fuchsia, now we have aquamarine, and I love it. So, but anyway, friends, tomorrow I might just be solo, but because it's Star Wars Day, figured it out. Maybe I'll wear my Han Solo pants. I will wear my Solo sweatpants with my Jedi tunic and a robe. I no longer have a good lightsaber here. I used to. I had a Mace Windu. I had a Mace Windu Force Effects lightsaber back when they were first coming out. I have that. That's gone. It went up in a fire.
No.
Yeah. You know what? Kyber crystals can't stand? Fire.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
But maybe next year when we go to Disney World again, when it's open and cool, and we're not afraid for our lives anymore. Maybe I'll get a new one when I go there. Build my own. Yeah. It's like, what color do you want your kyber crystal? Purple. That's not really an option. I want purple. Mace Windu has purple.
Mace
I want
Windu
purple.
had purple. I want purple.
I want you to treat me how you treat Mace Windu.
Dude, when I heard the story about how he got purple.
Because he's just like, I want purple.
Samuel
I want
Jackson
purple.
was like, I want purple. And they were like, what purple? That's not, I said purple.
Well, my favorite part is, like, they were like, well, you know, that's not technically possible because that's not how the kyber crystals go. And he's like, you realize all of this is pretend.
I mean, yes.
This is all made up. Also, there is footage you can see when he's fighting all of those little things on Geonosis.
Yes.
When he's fighting those bug people and the droids and all this stuff, he's going. He's doing lightsaber noises, and then George says, "You know, Sam, you don't have to. Like, we're gonna put that effect in." And he's just like, I was in my 20s when Star Wars happened.
He was living his best life. He was living his best life.
He's like,
have it.
Is like he was like 45, 50 years old at that point when he got to do it. He's like, I was in my 20s when Star Wars happened. Don't take this away from me, George. Like, I get one shot. I get one shot to do this.
I get to play a Jedi. Suck it. I do what I want.
So great. It's just like, you know, kyber crystals don't really go purple. It's only green and blue, and then like it's a corrupted kyber crystal for red. And he's just like, you realize this is pretend. So give me purple.
I created this universe. I don't care. I want purple.
I want purple, George. All right, give Sam Jackson purple. And yes, my impression of George Lucas is almost Kermit the Frog. Yes.
I'm done.
No, because basically, here's George Lucas. So we're gonna create a space movie, and it's based off of, like, you know, the Saturday serials that you would see at the movie theaters back in the 1940s. And everything, and Flash Gordon. There's a little bit of that, and then here's Kermit the Frog. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. I'm just less depressed than George Lucas.
So there's that. All right, that's the show. Anyway, that took a weird turn. Oh well, everyone, thanks for watching the show. I love you love me, mutual glorious affection. I'll see you tomorrow. May the force be with you. You're a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry. All right. Yes. Yes. All right. Be good, everyone. Love you. Bye-bye.